Are you ready for another episode of Guess What Dave Meltzer Said 25, 30 years ago?
None of mine are... Well, this one's close to 25
Mine
years.
are all from the best year, 1993. And I think there might be one from 1994, possibly.
Why is 93 best year?
Oh, man, because we had the MTV, the VMAs that year had Pearl Jam and Neil Young together on the stage.
Oh, Rockin' in the Free World. Yeah, I recorded that on VHS, on a tape.
I think I did too.
So I can watch it over and over because it was momentous.
Old.
We are old.
We're so old. So
old.
I got my Meltzer star ratings here.
Same. Mine's on phone because I don't waste paper like this guy.
I dug myself into a hole last time we did this, but I'm ready to dig my way back out of that hole because that's how you get out of a hole, right? You just dig more.
No, you got to climb. Or someone needs to throw you a rope, or Lassie needs to show up because you're stuck in the well.
All right. So who goes first?
You should go first this time because I want you to set the table. I want you to set the tone.
I'm going to set bad tone. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. So to
my tone is going to be brown note.
Remains to be seen if you lay a turd here today. So of course we score this now. If you're within a quarter of a point, you get a quarter of a star. Sorry, you get a point. If you hit it right on the head, that's 2 points. We haven't seen anybody get the 2 points yet.
Oh, really? Nobody's gotten 2 points yet?
No.
All right, here we go.
No, I'm starting. You go first. You answer first.
Oh, I answer first.
Yeah, because you're setting the tone.
Sorry.
You're putting the pressure on me.
When you said I go first, I thought you meant I answer first.
No, you go first.
Okay.
Let's start with this one. Let's go back to Bash at the Beach 2000. And no, I'm not asking about when Hogan laid down for Jeff Jarrett. I'm asking you about the main event of that show, Booker T versus Ain't He Great Jeff Jarrett. This is what Meltzer had to say about this match. The announcers did a great job of getting the belt over. Getting the belt and match over. They worked hard but seemed very nervous because the match had a lot of slow spots and things were off.
Things were off. All right, I'll say things were off means 2.5 stars.
No points for Steve.
Oh,
3 stars.
Things were off gets 3 stars.
There's 2 phenomenal in-ring workers here, Booker T and Jeff Jarrett. Even on off night, they put
phenomenal
on 3-star matches.
That's a heavy word. They're good. They're really good. I'm not going to say phenomenal. All right,
phenomenal.
Next bitch.
All right, hopefully you have better luck with this one. Let's go to Survivor Series 2014. Remember what happened on that one?
That was the Dolph Ziggler year, wasn't it?
You got that right. Team Cena versus Team Authority. This is the match you're talking about. This is what Dave had to say. Quote, it opened fast as Henry ran into Show's fist for a one punch, it's Punk later.
Punk Daily.
One punch knockout and pin at 48 seconds. The crowd, dead most of the night, were really into the quick elimination.
Yeah, this was really good, and Dolph Ziggler got the win here. He was last man standing, I think.
Yeah, he was sole survivor. Who made their WWE debut during this match?
I don't know who.
A man called Sting.
Oh, okay. Man, I don't know. This is good stuff. I'd say he went 4 1/4.
Steve's on the board. 4.5 stars. Point for Steve.
I got 1 point, baby.
On the board.
All right. Not a donut for me today.
All right, this one's pretty easy, okay? This one you might get the 2 points on this one. So I'm WrestleMania 12. There's a lot of really memorable matches on that card. You got the Iron Man match between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
Oh.
You got the backlot brawl with Piper and Goldust. You also got Triple H versus Ultimate Warrior.
Yes.
This is what Dave had to say. Warrior got by far the biggest reaction on the show when he came out. It was amazing how quiet the crowd got after the ring intro. But since Helmsley did the pedigree right away and Warrior didn't sell it and went right to the finish, the crowd picked up right away.
Wow. This match was like 80 seconds long or something?
It was like
2
minutes, I want to say.
Was it 2 minutes? Okay. All right. I mean, it's a 2-minute match. He ain't going to give it more than... Boy, why did he just said really good things about a 2-minute match?
I know.
Okay, so the question I have to myself, I'm not asking for hints.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go with 2.5.
No points for Steve. D-U-D dead.
Why did he say such good things about it then?
I don't know. That's the closest they got to editorializing the whole thing.
Wow.
Dud. 1 point for Steve.
Yeah, I don't know why would I. Yeah, that's bizarre. Like if he would have said this is a quick stupid match, I'd have been like, okay. So a dud, really?
That's what it says here, dud.
Okay. All right. I trust you. I know you can read. I'm fine. I'm on the board.
Oh,
Next
You
match.
seem upset. Let's go to Royal Rumble
It was
2013.
a swerve by Dave Meltzer there.
Might not be the last one. Royal Rumble 2023 main event: CM Punk versus The Rock.
I'm sorry, did you say Royal Rumble 2023? Holy shit. CM
2013.
Punk Daily.
2013. 2013. Sorry.
Okay.
You know my vision's not very good.
I'm sorry. Man, we got to bring. Hey, dude, I was trying to read the little writing on the light bulb today. I couldn't read it.
Yeah, getting old's no fun, man.
Anyways, 2013 Royal Rumble was Rock versus CM Punk.
Rock
right?
versus CM Punk for the title.
What
yeah.
did Dave Meltzer have to say about this match?
Says Rock was a lot bigger than at WrestleMania. He moved like he was too bulky as compared with the surprising speed he had before. There were dueling chants, but the crowd was heavily pro-Rock.
Okay, yeah. Okay, all right.
So he says Rock lumbering.
Rock lumbers about, moves slow, but it's CM Punk. He likes Punk. I'm going to say this match was 3 3/4.
You're on the board. 4-star match.
Oh, I was this close
Dave.
to saying 4, but I'm like,
I know.
nobody's lumbering around getting 4 stars. But I guess
All
they did.
2
Okay.
points for you, Steve.
Ooh.
Last one. Are you ready?
Yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm going to get the 2 for right here,
I
man.
remember watching this match right over there, and it shocked me. The brevity of the match and the outcome. Let's go to Survivor Series 2016. Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg.
I love it. I love it.
This is what Dave had to say.
Woo.
Quick and simple.
Yeah, true.
That's it.
Quick and simple.
That's literally the only editorializing he did. Everything else
Quick
was a
and
description
simple.
of how quick the match was.
Spam and finisher. See, eventually I'm gonna start processing. The Kotras are gonna align. I'm gonna start processing how Dave Meltzer approaches very short matches, quick and simple, nothing but finishers. I think in this case he gave it 2 stars.
What does Dave usually give matches that are really short?
Duds.
No rating.
Okay, so you did do no rating. Okay, all right. Okay.
Steve's got 2.
I almost went with a match today, and I will know to do this for next time, or one of the other times, that had a no rating, but I was like, I'm not going to do that to him.
I'm gonna do
And then
that.
look at this guy.
I'm going to do that. Heck yeah.
I love it. All right, here we go. Larson, we're going to go back to the year 1993. It was a great year. Pearl Jam was in the charts. I think I was no, I wasn't still a virgin. We're going to go with Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez at WrestleMania 9.
Okay.
This is what Dave had to say. It could have been a lot worse. Campy moment of the show was when Ross was talking about the steps being solid steel after Undertaker took a bump into them. He then took a second bump into them and knocked one step upside down and was completely hollow. Second campy moment was Ross talking about him being 8 feet tall when a year earlier he was saying he was 7'7". Harvey, that's an attention to detail.
Rounding up.
Harvey Whippleman gave Gonzalez a towel and he smothered Undertaker with it. On TV, they said it had chloroform, but nobody in the live audience understood what was going on. Gonzalez was DQ'd and did a great choke slam on his caretaker, Bill Alfonso. Undertaker was stretchered out and left for dead, but came back to life and knocked Gonzalez out of the ring. Gonzalez will sell tickets, but not for long. What did Dave Meltzer give this rating? Give this match?
3/4 of a star.
Hold on. 3/4 of a star. He gave it a 1.25.
That's a half. It's a half off.
You're a half off, so
Half
you're
off.
on the board.
No.
No. Oh,
within a quarter.
Okay.
Yes.
My math is okay. Yeah, you're right. That is a quarter. That was a half off.
It's a half star
Okay.
off.
All right. All right. So no points so far for
Star
you.
and a quarter, really?
He gave it a 1.25.
It's weird.
Talk about like that should have been a dud.
That's been negative. That match is horrendous.
All right. Next. Same pay-per-view. This time, Yokozuna versus Bret Hart.
Yeah, these all WrestleMania 9 matches?
No. But a couple of them are.
All right.
So Yokozuna pinned Bret Hart to win the WWF title. 8 minutes, 55 seconds. Because of the huge size difference, it looked visually impossible for them to work a credible match. But they did. I was shocked that Hart didn't at least have his head taped to give the illusion of injury because of the angle they ran earlier in the day. It was WCW-like to not pay attention to detail. Campy spotted Matt. He's big on campy
93 was the year of campy stuff from Meltzer, evidently.
Campy spot of the match were the USA chants when the only American in the ring was Yokozuna. Heenan pointed out that neither of the two men were from the United States. Hart pulled off the padding from a turnbuckle and rammed Yokozuna into the exposed steel and put him in the scorpion. Put him in the scorpion. That's like you and I. Whenever there's a sharpshooter, we call it scorpion deathlock.
Scorpion deathlock.
Mr. Fuji threw salt in Hart's eyes and Yokozuna covering for the pin. What was the star rating for Bret Hart versus Yokozuna?
3 1/4.
You're on the board with 1 point. 3 stars.
Damn.
3 stars.
Damn. All right, it's 2-1.
All right. Continuing on. At this point, Hulk Hogan came out.
I remember.
And Fuji challenged him immediately for the title. Hogan acted as if he were more concerned with Hart than getting the title. Boy, if there was ever a more ultimate work. Listen to the editorializing here. But Hart told him to take the match in the title. Ultimate work number 2. Fuji tried to throw salt. Hogan ducked, clothesline, leg drop, 1, 2, 3, and new champion. In all in 21 seconds. What rating did Dave Meltzer give this one?
I know you already said that you didn't pick a no rating match, so I know this is no rating. Mm-hmm. It's interesting, that match, 21 seconds, gets a rating, but Goldberg and Lesnar, which was like 90 seconds, no rating. That's interesting.
Yeah.
1 star.
Should have gone with the dud.
Oh,
it was a dud. It was a dud. All right, moving on. We're gonna fast forward a little bit to SummerSlam '95.
Ooh,
Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
Oh, is this against Mabel
versus Mabel, real name Bobby Horn. Didn't know that.
Didn't know that either.
Anyways, this is what Meltzer had to say. These two couldn't work a match at all inside the ring. Diesel did another plancha and took a nice bump into the post. Mabel used a poor sidewalk slam for a near fall. Mabel then sat on Diesel for a while. Diesel got a great reaction and the match had heat even though it was terrible. Mabel shoulder blocked the ref out of the ring, which brought Mo into the ring to interfere. Luger made the save, but for some inexplicable reason, maybe a blown spot or who knows what, twice Diesel threw Luger out of the ring as if he were a heel. Mabel missed a splash off the middle rope and Diesel used a very sloppy clothesline off the top for the pin. What was the match rating for this match?
I mean, everything he says in there makes it seem like, save for a couple sentences about the crowd being into it, this is in the negative.
What was the match rating for this match?
I'm going to say minus 1 1/4.
Half star.
Wow, full positive half star.
It was positive half star. Yeah, I know. He was just dumping all over this thing.
There's no rhyme or reason to any of these star ratings.
So what am I at? 2 and you're at 1 right now?
Yeah, that's my last opportunity. Huh?
Your last opportunity.
I will say this before we continue. It's much harder to guess what Dave's going to give a bad match as opposed to a decent to good one.
Because it could be no rating, it could be dud, it could be any number of negative numbers.
And seemingly like his criteria for grading a negative match is all, or a bad match is all over the place. He could dump on it and give it 2 stars. You're like, what the fuck, Dave?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Undertaker versus Undertaker.
Oh, SummerSlam. Yeah.
Yeah, Undertaker Mark Calloway versus Undertaker Brian Lee.
Mm-hmm. Primetime Brian Lee.
Yes, primetime Brian Lee. All right, this is what Dave had to say.
All right.
I wrote down a lot here. They did a great 7-minute ring entrance with Paul Bearer coming out alone. Then the coffin that Calloway was buried in at the Rumble was wheeled out by some hooded men that looked like they made a wrong turn from an El Santanico ring entrance on a AAA show. Dave using his AAA cred there.
A reference there, yeah.
All right, let's see here. The special effects were good, but it was done the minute the bell rang. One guy in ultra slow motion has limitations. 2 guys doing it kills the match. It didn't help that Lee seemed lost in the ring and that the two didn't look enough alike, and the size difference was noticeable. It was as if everyone knew the ending once Calloway showed up. No heat at all. Even McMahon had to acknowledge that trying to get over the crowd was stunned into silence, but there was no tension in the air, so it was dull silence, not stunned silence. Lee used a chokeslam and tombstone, but Calloway sat up both times. Calloway reversed the second tombstone, then delivered 2 more, crossed Lee's arms, and pinned him. He then rolled him into the casket, thereby killing the gimmick. Word we get is Lee will return with a new look as a biker character with no acknowledgement of his prior role. Leslie Nielsen and George Kennedy ended the show with a skit as weak as the match, blasting the comedy element even. What was the match rating? Dave Meltzer gave this seemingly abomination of a match.
-2 stars.
Again, your point about how to rate these bad matches is sound. -1 star. Fairly arbitrary with these match ratings. Well, this was a tough one.
It was.
But I'm glad
if we're learning anything from today's show is that the mid-90s in WWE had terrible wrestling.
Absolute disaster of an era for WWE.
Terrible wrestling.
Anyways, let us know what you guys think about these matches in the comments below. What would you rate? Yokozuna versus Bret Hart. That's all I got. Hit that if you like this video. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and turn on the bell notification.
Yes, please.
Goodbye.
Bye.